How do you get clear on the woman you want to be? In this replay video, we're talking about 5 potent questions for you to ask yourself to get clear on the woman you want to be. And it's quite shocking, the results that happen. You feel more clear, more freedom, and more peace that you're not expecting that will happen. So in this Instagram live, for those of you that are live, for those of you that are watching this replay, I want you to grab a pen and paper or your laptop, and we're going to go through these 5 questions together for you to get more clear on the woman you want to be. The results are shocking. They're shocking for me. So throughout this series that we've been doing, we've walked through how you can get clear on the woman you want to be. We walked through this in a 4-step process. The 4-step process, you can go back and watch the previous videos for what that entails. As an overview, it is, number 1, writing on a sheet of paper, front and back, I am statements based on the woman you want to be and the life you want to live. Number 2, you're going to repeat these statements every single day, which is the best time to do it in the morning. You're going to repeat them in the morning and feel them in your body as though they're already true. Number 3, you're going to look at limiting beliefs that come up, because they will come up. You're going to say to yourself, it's valid how I feel. You're going to practice a nervous system regulation tool, which is taking a deep breath. That is punching pillows in the privacy of your own space, shaking it out in your office or in a closet, in a restroom. And then when you feel more calm, asking yourself, what's the most generous assumption I can give this person when I think about the entirety of our relationship? Or what's a more empowering thought I can choose to believe? Or what's the most generous assumption I can give to this person about how our relationship has been recently? Then step 4, you're going to show up every single day as you repeat your I am statements, feel them in your body as though they're already true. You're going to show up from a space of already being that woman. What consistency teaches you is that it's safe for you to want and be the woman that you want to be. Because our ego, which is our safety manager, we all have an ego. Our ego just wants to keep us safe. And our ego is formed based on what we've been told from society, family, friends, parents, grandparents, school, what we think is safe, what we've constantly been told, or what we saw was normal. And so it's up to you to rewrite the script for yourself in choosing more empowering beliefs that feel really potent for you. And a part of that, which I mentioned in the Becoming Era pilot, is that a part of that, for example, if you had family that consistently showed up for you or went to your events, then you are going to remind yourself, when a majority of your family did that, that you are loved, right? So there's great I am statements that come from your past and come from family and parents. But what we're talking about is looking at the beliefs that don't feel as helpful for you and choosing a new belief, choosing a new way of living that you want to be, choosing a new identity for yourself that you're really wanting to stretch into or that you feel a yearning towards. So consistency is important in repeating these I am statements every single day, so that way your ego, which is your concept of self, starts to recognize that it's safe for you to be the woman that you want to be. Because as you practice this consistently, your ego actually starts to see these things, these I am statements, these new beliefs as safe. So that's a baseline. I could go so much further into that, and I have in these videos. So if you want to watch those previous ones, I recommend doing that. This takes things a whole step deeper. So this takes getting clear on the woman you want to be a layer deeper, okay? So I want you at this time to grab your pen and paper. I want you to grab your laptop. We had a woman who was in the Becoming era where she talked about, she at first it was maybe a little bit difficult to start writing, and then she was typing away. She couldn't stop typing with what was flowing through her. So grab whatever whatever writing source is best for you, and we're going to go over these questions together. Now, 5 potent questions for you to ask yourself, and not just ask yourself and pause this video and then not do it. Like, this is the time, take the time right now to grab your pen and paper, to grab your laptop and actually do this exercise. This is the space, this is the time to do it. So this is getting clearer on the woman you want to be. Number 1, I want you to notice when you feel most at peace, when you feel most powerful, and when you feel most free. In your life currently, when do you feel most powerful, most peaceful, most powerful, most free? I want you to write these moments down. So, number 1, the question is, when do you feel peace? And I want you to take this time to journal it out, thinking about when do you feel peace? Or typing it out. In the same duality as that, I'm going to provide you with number 2 because they can coincide together. You're going to think about, when do you feel power? So number 1 is, when do you feel peace? Number 2 is, when do you feel power? And I want you to think about these moments. As you do this, I'm going to go grab my sheet so I can provide you all with some examples as well. So in thinking about when you feel peace and when you feel power, this can be in luxury, when you take your time, traveling, being disciplined with finances and life routines, treating yourself as a queen, Adam Sandler moments that you have. Delegating tasks. So assigning tasks to different people for them to perform. Having assets. Your car. No makeup on. Makeup on. Not eating gross things. Getting your nails done. Dressing up. Big t-shirts. Sweatpants. Helping someone who's in need. So I want you to feel into, in this space, in this peace, in this time, thinking about, when do you feel peace? In your life, when do you feel peace? When do you feel power? So again, if you're just joining us, writing down these two questions. When do you feel peace? When do you feel power? Really taking your time, taking this space, giving yourself permission to write these. Giving yourself permission on this Wednesday morning or whenever you're watching this. To express everything, and it doesn't have to be what I said. Those are inspiration pieces. It's for whatever, however you feel peace and however you feel power. So now we're going to head into question 3. And I want you to ask yourself, how do you want to show up in a room? When you think about the woman that you are, the woman that you want to be? How do you want to show up in a room? How do you want to show up in a room? Maybe that's confident, bold, sexy, internal love, internal acceptance, knowing you can handle anything. Respected from men, respected from people. Proud. Powerful from within, because that's the greatest source of power. When you wear the makeup for yourself, when you love and accept yourself, it's the greatest power God gives us, one of the greatest. Number 4, how do you want to feel about yourself at the end of the day? How do you want to feel about yourself at the end of the day? That can be proud, self-love, happiness, knowing there's room for growth and that you're doing the best that you can, reflecting on what you will do differently moving forward and doing it. Trust, proudness. Proudness. How do you want to feel about yourself at the end of the day? then number 5, when you think about yourself 5 to 10 years from now, what do you refuse to tolerate? When you think about yourself 5 to 10 years from now, what do you refuse to tolerate? This can be farting, grossness, disrespect, not doing what you want, not going for what you want, not listening to yourself. What are you refusing to tolerate when you think about yourself in 5 to 10 years? Just starting to jot down some final responses to your questions. When do you feel peace? When do you feel power? How do you want to show up in a room? How do you want to feel about yourself at the end of the day? And in 5 to 10 years from now, thinking about what do you refuse to tolerate? Taking these final moments to breathe, to give yourself permission, give yourself love. To write it out. Taking some final deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. So how are we feeling after completing this exercise? One of the women in the Becoming Era pilot, when we did this exercise together, she mentioned that she now has a blueprint for her to implement in her life tomorrow. And I mentioned to her, she can implement this today. The whole point of this exercise and getting clarity to go a step deeper in regards to who you want to be as a woman is to hopefully recognize that so much of this is loving what you already do, loving who you already are, enjoying who you already are, celebrating what you already do. And hopefully you feel the permission throughout this exercise that there are so many things that you already have that are peaceful, that are powerful. How you've already stepped into rooms, how you already do feel about yourself at the end of the day. What you're already not willing to tolerate. And the stretchiness and the yearning and the leaning in of how you want to feel more peace, how you want to feel more power, how you want to start showing up in rooms, how you want to feel about yourself at the end of the day, what you're not wanting to tolerate in 5 to 10 years. My hope is that you see the duality in both of this. That you get to give yourself permission as a human being to be everything. You get to be everything. You don't just have to be the woman with makeup or with no makeup or luxury or sweatpants or vegan or steak. Like, you get to be everything that you want. Because as humans, we're multifaceted beings, meaning that we're not just meant to be one thing. You're meant to express everything. You're meant to be everything. And so my hope and the surprise that comes from this is that most of the time we can think, okay, when I want to be the woman that I want to be, you know, she's glammed out in luxury and makeup and just dripped and decked out. And that, of course, can be a part of what you express. There's nothing wrong with that. I love that. And it's also when you think about the peace that you feel, the power that you feel, how you want to feel about yourself at the end of the day, it's all about getting this clarity. It's all about getting clear on who you want to be. And that as people, we're multifaceted, so we get to express all these different parts of us. and you get to enjoy the big t-shirts, and you get to enjoy the silk PJs. Like, you just get to enjoy all of it. And so that was very eye-opening for me in doing this exercise, that so much of this is embracing how you already feel these things in your life. Or for some of you, leaning into this further of integrating these things into your life. But that's what I'm feeling a pull to share, just integrating what you already have been doing in your life and celebrating that and loving that. Being the woman that you want to be is not just about expressing one part of you. It's not just about being the full glam luxury queen energy, which is beautiful and we express. But it's about loving and embracing the parts of you that are more quiet or more intentional, or don't want to wear makeup, or more masculine, or more feminine, more disciplined, more structured, kind of rigidity, not scared to get your hands dirty. I hope that this exercise in getting more clear on the woman that you, not who Mallory wants you to be or whoever else, who you want to be. I hope this allows you to feel and learn that you are whole. You're meant to express all different parts of you. You're meant to express and feel and be everything for you, and to love yourself for you. To feel power, to put on your oxygen mask first, so that way you can go out and love other people or show up for other people. To show up for your kids, your husband. So how to get clear on the woman you want to be and taking this deeper is walking through the questions that we just did and seeing the duality throughout all of it. It doesn't make it wrong. It doesn't mean you have to choose a side or a part of you. It means that you get to express all of it. You get to express and be all of you. And that's so beautiful. And I hope that you have the privilege to experience all of who you are, because it's one of the most freeing feelings you can ever receive, that you can ever feel. I used to be a shy, hated myself in the mirror girl who thought that her value was by how she looked physically. And now I am a woman who loves all of me and is learning to even enjoy expressing all different parts of me. Because who you are, you're becoming, is not just one 12-week course or one exercise that you do and then it's finished. Becoming is a life journey. We're always becoming, we're always growing, we're always shaping and learning. And so the tools that you learn today, the tools that you learn in the becoming era, the tools that you learn throughout life that are really helpful and beneficial for you are all meant to help you along this journey of life, because we're always becoming. My hope is that you give yourself permission, you allow yourself permission to be all of you. Not just one woman, but a multifaceted, deep, layered woman. I love you all so much. I hope you feel so much peace and permission and joy that you don't have to choose. You can just be all of yourself. And I hope that you feel the peace and power and permission that you're allowing yourself right now. If you would like further support in this, you can join us for the final weeks of the Becoming Era pilot by commenting Maison, or you can join us in the Becoming Era when we run it next. You can comment Queen to join. Let's take one final deep breath together, in through the nose and out through the mouth with a sigh and a shake. I hope you all have such a beautiful day. God is with you. God loves you. Love yourself. Give yourself permission. And just feel the peace and power and permission from you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.